then this book is certainly for you. That is shown is, if you have enjoyed enough life, then is higher dimensions of life. So you can see over the first sphere I shown over here, there are higher dimensions. So to know things of higher dimension, you have to increase the level of your consciousness, and that is a very hectic task. Now is the chapter 2, which is activating the silent mode. So the first thing is, most of the times a person is busy in thinking. So have a silent mind, just observe your life, just observe this image. And silence means zero. It is only through silence that you can know anything. If you are trapped in thoughts, then at the most you can access information from the thinking patterns, not beyond that. Next is, we are generally reacting to the positive and negative emotions and are trapped in a loop of thoughts, emotions and energy. And our entire energy gets lost in that trapping process. So the first thing is just observe everything silently without reacting. And one of the things that you can choose is smartly choose positive emotions so that you can start working. Now there is a concept of higher dimensions of life, as I explained earlier. Then is observe without being judgmental. Now is chapter 3, observe your thoughts. It is the most difficult process, as thoughts will try to deviate your focus. They will try to distract you. So just observe them silently. Now there is certain pattern of thinking, that how we think. It's thinking of the children, thinking of the adults. There is a more specific pattern involved in thinking. Then is the analysis of thinking of children. The first thing is animalistic thinking. Animalistic means children believe that inanimate objects have lifelike qualities. They are emotionally attached to their toys. Then is a concept of the child ego. Then is beliefs versus reality. As you know, there are always a trend between the beliefs and realities. Reality is very sour, and there is another concept of wishful thinking. The Cinderella story you must have heard of. So now is the time to analyze the thinking of adults. So there is a certain pyramidal structure involving thinking of adults. There are certain theories of thinking. I have listed 5 theories. The peripheral theory, the theory of associationism, then there are associationism theory, then theory of association of thoughts, then we have network of thoughts, then Gestalt theory, then we have the Gestalt theory, then there are certain laws of Gestalt, then we have information processing model of how humans think, then we have information processing theory, as I said earlier. Then is the central theory. Now here is the chapter number 4, which is observe your thoughts or emotions or energy. So the first thing is how there are different types of emotions that humans have. Then there are certain James Lang's theory of emotions, then Ken Bird theory of emotions. Then is an example of Bird's experiment, which was done on a cat. Then we have Ken-Bird theory. Then we have Scatter's theory. Then Darwin's theory of emotions. So all these theories I have enlisted is about the historical developments of how the theories of emotions got developed, from where we get emotions, what is source of them, and what is use of them, and how we can move ahead of emotions. So that's the entire purpose behind listing them. There is another theory which is called the arousal theory. Then there is a concept of human emotions. It's a scientific perspective of human emotions, that how is the face reaction and everything involved when different types of emotions are there. Then there is a concept of basic universal emotions. Then is a concept of how many emotions are there. Then we have basic universal emotions like happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, surprise. Now is the concept of what makes us emotional. So this is a scientific perspective of how the brain and mind interacts to create emotions. And there is a functioning of different parts of the body. So hippocampus, for example, here is responsible for making memories, and say there are certain type of interaction at the neural level, so it's shown over here. Then we should be emotionally aware. Then is the concept of emotional intelligence. Then there is a concept of emotional learning. Then there is an emotional balance between heart and the brain, or rational and emotional thinking. Then is a concept of human emotions. Then is the concept that are emotional physical. That means they occur at the level of mind or at the level of brain. Regarding that, there are many theories that when you see a bull, then your heart rate increases, BP increases, perspiration level increases. And what is the role of belief in a behavior? Then behavior is a very little thing about us. Beliefs are more dominating and they are deeply rooted within us. And sometimes emotions act as an obstacle to new learning because your beliefs will interact with them. Then there is a concept of rationalism. Then emotions as a support to learning. Sometimes positive emotions helps us in learning, so they are of certain use. And sometimes they are opposite to reason. They deal with their capacity to learn new things sometimes. So here is the end of chapter number 4. Then is chapter 5. It's analyze your observations.